Fourth grade into math lesson 16.3. Represent multiplication of a fraction by a whole number. I can find the product of a whole number and a fraction using a visual representation or an equation. Spark your learning. Ari and his band practice for 2/5 of an hour each day. It is 4 days until the school talent show. How many hours will the band practice in 4 days? So we're going to circle our information that we need to use. So 2/5 of an hour, 4 days. How many hours will the band practice in 4 days? Okay, so what's going to be my equation? 4 times 2/5. Okay, they want us to show a model. So how many rectangles am I going to draw? 4, right? How many pieces am I breaking each one of those into? 5, right? How many of those fifths for each bar or rectangle am I going to shape? 2, right? Okay, so if I was going to work this, what do I put the 4 as? 4 over 1 times 2/5 equals, what is 4 times 2? 8. And then 5 equals, because that's an improper fraction, right? So if I would take those 1/5 pieces, how many wholes would I get? How many times does 5 go into 8? 1. 1 times 5 is what? 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. And I keep my same denominator of 5. Can that be simplified? No, because 3 and 5 do not share common factors, right? Okay, so that is simplified. So 1 3/5 hours. Build understanding. Number 1, Haley is making 5 batches of goop to use in her science demonstration. How much cornstarch does she need to make 5 batches? Okay, so they told us that they're going to have the 5 batches, right? How much cornstarch does she need? And 3/4 of a cup per batch, right? Okay, so what am I going to draw? 5 times 3/4. Okay, so how many rectangles? 5, right? Okay, so and then how many am I breaking each rectangle into? 4ths, right? How much do I color of each rectangle? 3. Okay, so how many equal groups of 3/4 did you draw? Okay, so how many equal groups did we do? How many batches were there, guys? Okay, so 5 groups. How can you describe the amount of cornstarch needed for batch 1? So batch 1 needed what? So one batch needed how much, guys? 3/4. Second batch needed what? What's 3/4 plus 3/4? 6. No, does the denominator change? 6/4. Okay. How much does the third batch need? 9/4. Because I wrote 8. Should be 4ths, right? Okay. What about the fourth batch? This is like what we did yesterday in multiples, right? Okay. So 12/4. And the fifth batch needs what? What's 12/4 plus 3/4? 15/4. Okay. Is that how many I have colored in up there? Yes. Yes. Okay. So I would write, do I write 5 times 3/4 or 5 over 1? 5 over 1 times 3 over 4, and then I can just work it straight across, right, guys? Okay, 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 4 is 4. Okay, I can either mentally take 15 divided by 4, or I can put 15 in my house and divide by 4. How many times does 4 go into 15? 3 times minus 12. 3 left over, remainder 3. How do I write that as a mixed number? 3 and 3/4. Can that be simplified? No, because 3 and 4 do not share a common factor, right? So 3 and 3/4. What's my label? Right. Number 2, Kelvin is ordering balloons to make balloon animals. He purchases 4 packets of balloons. If each packet weighs 3/8 pounds, how many pounds of balloons does Kevin order? Okay, so they want us to draw a fraction model again. Okay, now the fraction models I've been drawing, they're the same as our normal ones. I've just been putting them vertically, right? Okay, instead of horizontally. So you can do it either way. All right. So 4 packets, 3/8 pounds. How many pounds of balloons does Kevin order? So what is going to be our equation, guys? 4 times 3/8. Okay, so how many boxes? 4. And I'm going to break each box into how many pieces? 8. And this time I went ahead and wrote it horizontally, okay, instead of vertically. All right. So you can do it either way, just as long as you have however many pieces you need. How many of each of those do I need to color in? How many, guys? What's my numerator? What is my numerator? 3. Okay. So how am I going to rewrite this? Is it just going to be left as 4? Nope. So 4 over 1 equal, or not equals, times, not 3/4, 3/8 equals, and then I can just go straight across and work it. So 4 times 3 is 12. 8 times 1 is 8. Can I leave it like that? No. Okay. So how many times does 8 go into 12? Once. 12 minus 8 is 4. And keep my 8. Is that simplified? No, because 4 can go into both 4 and 8, right? That's a common factor. So how many times does 4 go into 4? 1. How many times does 4 go into 8? 2 times. So 1.5 pounds. How does our fraction model show how many groups of 3/8 pounds represent the total weight? So we did 4 groups of 3/8, right? Okay. How can you use multiplication to describe a way to solve the problem? So we went ahead and did an equation up at the top. Okay, and we ended up getting 12/8 and then simplifying. How can you write a multiplication equation to model the number of pounds? So we just did that up there, right, guys? Okay. So how many pounds of balloons does Kelvin order? 1.5 pounds. Stepping out number 3. Kara is preparing a Kung Fu demonstration for the talent show. She practices 2/3 hour each day for 5 days. How many hours does she practice over the 5 days? Describe a visual representation that you could use. We've already done that quite a bit, so we're going to mark that off. Circle 2/3 hour, 5 days, and how many hours does she practice over those 5 days? So what is going to be my equation? 5 times 2/3 equals h, because they want to know the number of hours, right? Okay, So now they want us to fill this in. So 5 times 2/3. So what do I multiply? 5 times 2, and put the 3 down here. What is 5 times 2? 10/3, right? Okay, is that simplified? No. So how many times does 3 go into 10? How many times? 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1, and then 3. So 3 1/3 hours. Check understanding number 1. Joe is making smoothies. She uses 5/6 cups of strawberries in each smoothie. She makes 4 smoothies. How many cups of strawberries does she use? So 5/6 cups, 4 smoothies. How many cups of strawberries does she use? So what is my equation? 4 times 5/6, which equals what? 4/1 times 5/6. And then I can just work straight across, right? So 5 times 4 is what? 20. 1 times 6 is 6. Can I simplify that? Yes. How many times does 6 go into 20? So if I simply can't do that, I can write over here 20 divided by 6. How many times does 6 go into 20? 3 times minus 18. Remainder 2. How do I write that as a fraction? 3 and 2, 6. Is that simplified? No, because 2 and 6 share a common factor. What is the common factor? 2. 2 can go into both of those. So I keep my whole number. 2 goes into 2 how many times? Once. 2 goes into 6 how many times? 3 times. So what's my answer? 3 1/3 cups. All right, number 2. What do we need to put 7 over? 7/1. So 7 times 3 is what? 21. 1 times 8 is? I need to simplify that. How many times does 8 go into 21? 2 times. What is 2 times 8? 16. So what's 21 minus 16? 5. So 5 is my numerator, 8 is my denominator. Is that my answer? Yes, because do 5 and 8 share a common factor? No. So we're done. So 2 and 5 and 8. All right, 3/1. So 3 times 5 is 15. 1 times 6 is 6. Simplify it. How many times does 6 go into 15? 2 times. 2 times 6 is 12. What is 15 minus 12? 3. And then 6. Is that simplified? No, because 3 and 6 share a common factor of 3. So that equals 2. And how many times does 3 go into 3? 1. How many times does 3 go into 6? 2. So 2 and 1/2.